Hello there, my name is Nate Jackson, the Eclipser. Ladies, are you having trouble with your marriage? Then all you need to do is jazz up your lingerie. You can do almost anything. Oh, not that though. No, that's another kind of lingerie. Welcome, part 3 of Lubitsch musicals, series number 8. The Smiling Lieutenant. 1931, 89 minutes, black and white, monaural, 1.21 to 1 aspect ratio, and all that good stuff. Today, we have Maurice Chevalier, yet again. He plays Nicky, who's this, like, what is he? He's a lieutenant in the army. And he falls for this violin player who leads an all-girl orchestra, Franzi, who's played by Claudette Colbert. And while he's there, and so he's requested to greet the king and princess of this town, Flatulence or something like that, Flausenherm or something, Flausenherm, that's it, yeah. And so he sees Frenzy on the other side of the the like procession and the parade, or in the middle of the street or whatever. And he winks at her, and the princess sees this and thinks that she's just been insulted. And so he gets in trouble, and he has to explain that oh, that means I like you. And he's like, oh, then we got to get married. And he's like, and suddenly Nicky finds himself married to the princess, and Franzi ends up getting upset by this, or is at first sort of upset, but he tries to basically diffuse everything, and he ends up seeing her even though he's still married to the Princess Anna. And then eventually they meet toward the end, and Franzi realizes that Anna really actually likes Nicky, and so she ends up giving her a makeover. And when Nicky comes home and finds the goodbye letter from Franzi, he's at first really depressed and starts drinking, but then when he sees the newly reformed Anna playing jazz and smoking a cigarette, and all her lingerie is all a lot shorter, and her bloomers are burned and all that, and it's probably the funniest scene in the movie. He runs back to where the alcohol is, and he's like looking at what he was drinking, and so he can't believe it, and so he realizes, hey, I may get to actually like this Anna because she's a freak, so. That's basically it. It's another Lubitsch musical, another hey, sex and all that, Hey, if you want to keep your man, you got to be sexy, and that kind of stuff that that really started to, people were like, really, before the codes came in. Not much else to say. It's definitely just one of those, just an interesting movie. I think it's probably a lot less music in this one that I've noticed personally. Probably the least amount of music that I've noticed in the other the films we've seen, and so that's the only thing I've noticed, like as far as the difference comparing it to the Love Parade or Monte Carlo. And that's all I have to say, really. It's not a bad one. Probably quite possibly the best one. Again, Chevalier, I'm not a fan of his work, and this particular movie is no exception. But at the same time, I think the humor in it, kind of saves it from anything. So I will give this movie, I'll give it an A. It's not bad. Probably definitely the best, even with Chevalier in it. I think the humor he's presented is enough. So there you are. I give it an A. Colbert's cool, and the rest of and Hopkins does pretty well herself. So anyway, that's all for today. Again, Smiling Lieutenant gets an A, and that's it for now. We will see you later. Actually, you know what? We may do 1 hour with you before the end of the night. Before the end of the night, you may see 1 hour with you. So we'll either see you later tonight or tomorrow for 1 hour with you. And until then, goodbye.